action item. And Dr. Bernard?
Yes, this is an item that I did reference at our first meeting, at our last meeting, that the Monday meeting dates, the Monday meeting day is problematic for a number of reasons, and staff is wondering if there'd be interest on the board to move the meeting from a Monday to a Wednesday. That would allow us to do a Friday posting of the agenda and provide ample time for the board to look at the agenda, not just over the weekend before a Monday evening date, but also to have Monday as a weekday and Tuesday as a weekday to review the agenda prior to a Wednesday meeting.
Right. Okay. So Dr. Bernard's hoping by putting this on as an action item is essentially asking if there is going to be a motion to support that, and he's proposing Wednesday to allow more time for the staff to be available to answer questions and provide information. Currently, our Monday kind of butts up into the weekend and doesn't provide us with a lot of time for questions to be answered ahead of a board meeting. So is there a motion to support this proposal?
I would motion for Thursday.
Okay. I actually made that motion back on December 10th, 2012.
We had so many other exciting things going on December 10th. It was a whirlwind.
Yes. Okay, so Mr. Lawrence is moving that the board meetings be changed from Monday to Thursday. Is there a second on that? I would second it. So motion by Mr. Lawrence, second by Ms. Hanson, and then we would have board discussion.
I'd first ask the superintendent if that would work.
If that is the will of the board, we can always make it work. What it would also provide is that we would be probably sending the agenda out on Monday versus the Friday before, because you would want to have the agenda close enough to the actual meeting to where you would not have a lot of things passing in between. I haven't met with my staff to see if that is convenient or inconvenient, but that is a possibility. For me personally, it's not a problem. But I would just be interested in knowing what the board members' thoughts are about a meeting date other than Monday.
And I'm seconding it because I would ask for a meeting date other than Monday. And so I'd pick any other day except Monday because of the dilemma that it does create for staff and for the board even coming up into the weekend and not having the opportunity for real discussion. It's kind of an imposition to be trying to get information over the weekend. So any other board comments, Mrs. Mayo?
Well, I would move to amend Mr. Lawrence's motion to change the meeting date to Wednesday.
I would second that as well. I'll second your amendment. I'll pick any day but Monday, so I'd second Wednesday as well.
And may I speak to my motion?
Certainly.
And the reason I would state that is that I would prefer that the information still be available on Friday. I believe people that are procrastinators, so the longer you give us, the more we will still delay in reviewing the agenda, whether we're the public or the board members, because life just gets in the way. But the reason I would support Wednesday, my first preference is still actually Tuesday, but I would support Wednesday because I believe that Thursday is the day when more of our schools have community events at their school sites. In particular, the middle schools and high schools hold many of their events. The tradition in Mount Diablo was that elementary had their meetings on Tuesday, middle schools had their meetings on Wednesday, and Thursday was high schools, and then events for high schools and middle schools were usually on Thursday and Friday. And my goal would be that we attempt to ensure the least conflict with events at our school sites. And so that's why I prefer the Wednesday if the date has to be changed.
Okay, thank you. Any other board comments? We have an amended motion because I'm apparently just anything but Monday. So I'll second that as I did. Any other comments on, we have the Wednesday. We have to vote first on the Wednesday. And so any other comments on the Wednesday?
Just my challenge around Wednesday is it smack in the middle of the week, so I do travel for work occasionally, and so that makes it significantly more challenging if it's just right in the middle of the week.
I have a similar problem with Thursdays. Tuesday's fine with me, Monday works.
Tuesday would be better for me.
All right, now, we have a motion for Thursday and a second. We have an amended motion for Wednesday and a second. That's the motion that's on the floor, an amended motion for Wednesday. So we're still discussing that one. If, there's a third motion, then that would be back to amending that.
But we still have the option of status quo, which is Monday.
Right. Okay, any other comments or viewpoints? Then we would take a vote on the amended motion first, which is on moving the meeting date to Wednesday. So we do have to actually vote on this motion. So if people were able to keep up with that, we will have the voting screen come up at this time. And the motion carries 3-2-0. So I'm sorry, Mr. Lawrence and Ms. Diller. But that would begin in August then. I would presume we would be able to schedule that and alter that for August. All right? So, next on the agenda